Another one of my great dessert ideas for you tonight. What?
Tonight?
Yeah, this is another one. Try a blackberry apple crisp with almond whipped cream. Our dessert diva Danette Randall live in studio to show us how to make this dessert. Good morning.
You mock because you love. You love these desserts. They really
put almond whipped cream on everything.
And I heard you say earlier that Mondays are bad days. I thought Mondays were good days, Tom.
They're my favorite day of the week.
At least that's what other people tell me.
Because I have a dessert diva on Mondays.
That's right.
What do you got in the big bowl?
Well, what I have here is blackberries and apples because I am making a blackberry apple crisp. Delicious.
So I knew they'd be in there.
Farmers markets are everywhere. You can go and pick out the fruit, or Sunflower Market always has really good fruit.
Good.
Now let me tell you something.
All right.
I chose Gala apples. I kind of like the graininess of the apples, and they're a little bit sweet. If you want, you can mix green apples with these too, which is really good.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
The information I have is mind-blowing. Okay, four. Sliced about ½ inch. 3 cups of blackberries.
Right.
Now you want to make sure when you're picking out your blackberries that they are in fact black. You don't want the red. You don't want them to be wet on the bottom because they mold very easily.
Really?
Blackberries are very perishable, Tom.
So make your blackberries
black. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling. Well, sometimes they're different colors. So, all right. So now what we're going to do is just make the first layer. Okay.
All right.
Now, do you know the difference between a crisp crumble or a cobbler?
Yes, that's what I majored in actually.
Is it really?
No.
What
is the difference?
So smart. Oh, I didn't know. I'm just asking you if you knew.
Oh, well, a crisp is crispy, a crumbles, and a cobbler is a shoe.
It's all about the topping. And a crisp or a crumble is kind of a lighter topping. So I think it's a really nice, springy summer dessert. Oh, okay? You following me? Okay? That's all I'm saying.
No, I hear you.
2 teaspoons of cinnamon.
Okay.
Now, this is the fruit. As you know, it's easier to bake than a pie because the pie you have to make the crust and put it on the bottom, pour it in, and blah, blah, blah. Use the cornstarch. But no, this is just simple.
Okay.
We're just going to toss this.
Okay.
You can see it's making a mess. What's a girl to do? What's a girl to do?
Well,
all right, 9 by 13 pan.
Not with anything on it. Not sprayed, not...
Nope, you don't need that. Okay. 9 by 13 pan, 350 degrees. Just going to kind of spread this out. Now, because you are using a 9 by 13, if you do want to add more fruit, if you want it to be a little bit thicker in the fruit, go ahead. And also adjust the sugar to your taste because sometimes the blackberries might be a tad sweeter than the others.
Sure.
So you never know. It's really,
You never know.
I'm here to teach, but I'm also here to say use your imagination. Okay, now we're making the topping, the crisp topping.
Right.
All right, 1.5 cups of flour.
Right.
1.5 cups of brown sugar. Did I say 1.5 cups?
Cup and a half.
A cup and a half. And then what I have here is oatmeal.
Is it
1
steel
cup
cut?
oatmeal. It's not steel cut.
I like the way everyone says steel cut because I remember how they used to get it.
It's really popular now. Yeah, now it's very popular. Steel cut. All right, just going to toss that up. Now look, I knew you'd love this. This is a cup of butter cut into slices and just a big old mound.
A mound of
big old mound. You're just going to plop that in there.
How much is that?
That would be a cup, I said. Did you not hear me?
But how many is that, like a stick?
2 sticks.
2 sticks is a cup, okay.
So now we're doing also 2 teaspoons of cinnamon in this too, because we kind of want teaspoon going through. Now, what you're going to do is take a pastry cutter and 2 forks or a knife, and you're just going to kind of crumble. Yeah, just kind of mash this up. So you want all the butter to be a little bit crisp.
A little covered with some of it.
Now, I didn't put nuts in this. I just have the almond whipped cream, and look at made it fresh.
It's already whipped.
Whipped it up because I know Natalie likes it, but Melissa's here today.
Yeah, she likes it too, though.
I think Melissa must be on the edge of her seat because she's never had a dessert by the dessert diva. So I'm sure she's just...
Pins and needles, she said.
Pins and needles. See, she's excited. Anyway, so you're just going to make sure that this is in little teeny tiny pieces.
Okay, you'd probably crumble that a little longer if you weren't on TV.
You would definitely crumble this a little bit longer because, see the big chunks of butter, you want them to be really coarse.
Small
you want
pieces,
them just to
pebbles.
Pebbles, that's right.
Bam, bam.
Just going to pour this on top.
Okay.
Nice, Tom.
A little Flintstones
Nice,
reference.
little Flintstones. All right, so you're just going to spread this around. And if you don't get it in the teeny tiny pieces that you need it, when you pour it, you'll see you can...
Now you do it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what you do.
All right, you're just going to kind of, go like that. Bake this for 40 minutes. You want the juices from the bottom to just kind of bubble up, the top to be brown and crisp.
Does it look like this at the end?
At the end, it looks like that. It tastes delicious. And, Tom, you are in for a taste explosion, my friend.
And then when you finally serve it, you can add the almond whipped cream.
Well, that's right. And the recipe is on the website for the whipped cream, too. Very simple, just almond extract, powdered sugar.
Go to ToTheDeuce.com to get the complete recipe, or you can always pick up the Boulder Weekly, right?
That's right, Tom. Every Thursday, my column comes out in the Boulder Weekly.
All right, we're going to come back and taste test in a bit. Also going to tell you about a YouTube sensation because of her singing talent.
Me?
But what has Susan Boyle been, why has she been banned from singing? And better late than never, Jimmy Fallon finally gets that college diploma. We'll visit the ceremony coming up.